So there's a new bill moving through Kentucky legislature right now that could help turn this into this. Here's my take on the new House Bill 775 being proposed to help reinvigorate downtown Louisville. It's a bill that would essentially allow for more tax breaks around downtown Louisville to help incentivize developers and investors to build out more projects down that way. Let me break it down really simply to show you how it would work. Let's say a developer wants to turn an empty lot in downtown Louisville into a $100 million apartment, retail, and office space. The project increases the value of the land, which means it brings in new tax revenue. So instead of all of that new tax money going to the government immediately, 80% of it goes back to the developer to help cover their costs. The other 20% is split between the city and the state. This is essentially what the bill is aiming to do. That means the developer gets a financial boost, making projects that wouldn't have been possible before now possible with less financial risk. And the bill was essentially put together to help get projects down that way done faster, to aggressively try and reinvigorate a long-time dormant downtown Louisville. That's why it's so generous toward developers to help get the ball rolling down there. And I know what you're probably thinking. Damn, that's a pretty big tax break. That sort of money could do a lot for the city, but instead it's going in the developers' pockets? But the reason I disagree with that sentiment in this instance is that the project doesn't exist yet. And if a developer went down and built something really useful in downtown that brought in millions of dollars in new tax revenue, A, even the 20% kept by the city and the state would be more than what's being brought in right now with no project. And B, downtown Louisville is in a bad way right now. And I think we're gonna need these types of generous incentives, at least in the short term, to help bring investors and developers down there to get started, to help build back out a healthy downtown. Because on paper, the developer's signing up for a riskier project in a slumping area. So it may take some incentives like this to get the ball rolling, get some momentum building. And with the boost of the local economy and flush of new residents and businesses that incentives like this could bring to the area, I think the juice is worth the squeeze. The bill hasn't passed yet, but I think it's exciting and hopefully the start of an epic revival of a downtown area that historically was the heart and center of the city.